Immediately, of course, DeWanna Bonner comes in. She gets booed by Fever fans, and I said, oh shit, here we go. Because after the game, we'll probably hear from Alyssa Thomas talking about how racist Indiana Fever fans are, how vicious Indiana Fever fans are. No space for hate. No space for real sports fans. Question mark. You can't boo. Somebody was going to get their thong in a bind. Somebody was going to get their wig blown off by the booing on DeWanna Bonner.
Indiana Fever fans booed DeWanna Bonner like she keyed their car, and Kahleah Copper said, absolutely not. Now she's dragging the whole fan base like it's leg day, and it's glorious. Who knew clapping back could be a full contact sport? Why is everyone suddenly treating the WNBA like a WWE promo gone wrong? And did Copper just become the league's official vibe enforcer? Stick around, because this isn't just shade, it's a thunderstorm, and we've got front row seats.
And let's start with DeWanna Bonner getting booed as soon as she entered the game. Shout out to all the fans in the building that were like, you know what? You did this organization dirty. You did the fans dirty. You did your teammates dirty. Our first chance we get when you come into the basketball game, we are going to boo you and boo you so you hear it.
Kahleah Copper looked genuinely confused, like someone just told her avocado toast is overrated. She couldn't wrap her head around why Indiana Fever fans were raining boos down on DeWanna Bonner. And bless her heart, because she clearly thought this was just a regular Wednesday night game and not the emotional WWE saga it's become. You could almost see her scanning the arena like, did we accidentally walk into the villain origin story of a Marvel movie? No, just Indiana being Indiana.
Oh, that's hate. No, I just don't know, and I don't really care. Okay? So anyway, nonetheless, last night, good win. Good win from the Fever. Ari McDonald, Leah Boston. Leah Boston turned into a mad person in the fourth quarter last night. But, of course, let's set the table for these comments from Kahleah Copper, because she's the one that went after the fans. She's the one. Blew her wig right off. They were booing so hard, it blew my wig right off. Man, I hadn't seen this kind of fire since Dildo Gate.
The way Copper defended Bonner, you'd think the fans were booing Mother Teresa for traveling. But that's the thing. Copper wasn't wrong to defend a teammate. She was just blissfully unaware that professional sports don't run on logic. They run on vengeance, pettiness, and the deep, irrational loyalty of fans who act like they've been personally wronged by someone they've never met.
I did well. I don't understand, like, she's a legend, and just all the things that she's done for the league, and just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the crowd. People talk some trash to her, but we had her back. But it's just very distasteful for what their fan base is doing, as far as when it comes to DB, because it's just like, she's just the sweetest soul, and the situation didn't work for her.
Because this wasn't about DeWanna Bonner, the player. This was about DeWanna Bonner, the traitor, the turncoat, the Benedict Arnold of bounce passes. The Fever fans didn't see her as a veteran baller. They saw her as the one who ghosted them after a summer fling, only to show up 6 months later looking radiant and unbothered. The betrayal wasn't in the stat sheet, it was in the vibes.
I told y'all, go back to the video I put up this morning. I told y'all something was coming in the post game. I told y'all. Now, I wasn't exactly right. We didn't get DeWanna Bonner or Alyssa Thomas at the podium screaming racism. Not yet, at least. Not yet. But we did get Kahleah Copper at the podium complaining about the Fever fans like I told y'all they was going to do. They was going to make this about the Indiana Fever fans rather than them getting that ass waxed today.
And Copper? Poor Copper walked right into a landmine wearing emotional Crocs. She thought this was just some light booing, like the crowd disapproving of pineapple on pizza. What she didn't realize was that this was deep-seated Midwestern heartbreak. These fans weren't just mad. They were in their feelings. The kind of feelings that involve blocking someone on every platform, but still checking their stories anonymously. The kind of feelings that write long Facebook statuses ending in "just saying." Bonner could have cured diseases and invented sliced bread, and they still would have booed her out of the building if they thought she dipped on Indiana like it was a group project gone wrong. And that's the thing about sports fans. They love you until they absolutely don't. You're the hometown hero 1 minute and public enemy number 1 the next. All it takes is one perceived betrayal, one contract negotiation that didn't end in a hometown discount, and boom, you're the villain of the month. Kahleah Copper thinking this was just regular fan noise is like walking into a Shakespearean tragedy and wondering why everyone's so dramatic.
I can't believe this, man. I just finished watching Kahleah Copper complain about the Indiana Fever fan base booing DeWanna Bonner. She thought it was distasteful. She doesn't understand. She said DeWanna Bonner's done so much for the WNBA. She's such a sweetheart. And this is what you talking about? You do get it. You understand quite clear why she got booed. Same way she gets it. She knew she was going to get booed. Let's not act stupid now. Come on, B. She came to Indiana, got a max contract, played a handful of games, which she was terrible, and then quit on the team. To the point that
It's not just about DeWanna leaving, it's how she left. The optics, the storyline, the conspiracy theories. Fans were out here crafting Reddit threads with timestamps, screenshots, and emotional damage assessments. In their minds, this wasn't a transfer, it was a dagger to the soul delivered in a no-look pass. And when Bonner stepped on that court, smiling like she hadn't just ghosted an entire city, the crowd did what fans do best when they feel jilted. They booed like it was their full-time job. The same way you yell at the microwave when your food's still cold in the middle, completely irrational yet deeply satisfying. What Copper didn't get is that this wasn't about sportsmanship or logic. She walked into that arena like she'd just come back from a wellness retreat, glowing and unbothered. No groveling, no poetic Instagram post, just vibes. And to Indiana fans, that was basically a slap in the face delivered with a crossover and a fadeaway jumper.
Got Kahleah Copper with an embarrassing statement at the post-game podium after the Indiana Fever defeated them 107-101 in a DeWanna the Scammer Bonner return game, in which she had 2 points and stunk it up. This should probably be her last season. She's cooked. So let's take a look at Kahleah Copper, who we just let you get. We ain't even get crazy with you with the wig thing. Like, we ain't even get crazy with you. So you doing this, like, all right.
So Copper defending her like, why are y'all mad? Was the equivalent of someone walking into a breakup brunch and saying, he seems nice though. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong read of the room. Because what Indiana fans were really thinking was, you don't get to break our hearts and then waltz back in like this is just another game. Not today, not ever. And it's not like fans haven't forgiven players before. They absolutely will, if the return comes with groveling, tearful interviews and possibly a signed jersey. But Bonner didn't even flinch. She wasn't here to make amends. She was here to drop buckets and collect W's like they were Girl Scout cookies. And that confidence, that audacity, that's what really stung. She looked like she moved on. And fans were still emotionally trapped in 2023. Meanwhile, Copper's standing courtside, looking at the crowd like, is it me? What she actually walked into was a televised therapy session disguised as a basketball game. Every rebound, every missed call, every substitution was a chance for fans to relive the betrayal. They weren't there to watch the game. They were there for justice.
of course she's gonna get booed. Let me tell you something. Was it distasteful when she climbed the rankings for the all-time scorer and this same Indiana Fever fan base gave her a standing ovation? Did you call that distasteful? You don't control fans. And Kahleah Copper, last I checked, you was from Philly. You was from Philly. The Flyers. What are we talking about? The Eagles. What are we talking about? The Phillies. Your fans are crazy. So don't act all shocked and call things distasteful. You might get your Philly pass.
And you've got to respect it, because only in sports do thousands of people coordinate their pain like this. Where else can you scream at a millionaire with full conviction and no consequences? Where else can you unite with total strangers over shared delusions and spicy conspiracy theories? This isn't dysfunction. This is tradition. And to be fair, Bonner does bring some of this on herself. She doesn't just play, she performs. She has that veteran nonchalance that drives opposing fans nuts. She's not just a baller, she's a walking eye roll to every crowd that ever felt abandoned. So when she hits a shot, jogs back, and doesn't even acknowledge the boos, that's gasoline on an emotional dumpster fire. Meanwhile, Copper's still trying to make sense of it all, probably texting her group chat like, y'all, Indiana is mad. Because that's the real twist here. This isn't even Copper's beef. And that's why fans are unmatched in their energy. Because they're not bound by logic. They're fueled by emotion, nostalgia, and a stubborn refusal to let things go. DeWanna Bonner didn't just leave a team, she left a hole in the collective heart of a fan base that really believed she'd never ghost them. And Copper? She just tried to hand out free hugs in the middle of a street fight.
All right, we got to talk about it, y'all. We got to talk about it. Kahleah Copper ended up being spotted in this interview talking about the boos for DeWanna Bonner, man. I mean, look, at some point, the woman got to understand it's a part of sports. All right, like I stated in my last video, it's all about sports. This happens in sports. Now,
So yeah, Copper didn't understand the boos, and maybe she never will, but now she knows. This isn't just basketball. This is personal. This is petty. This is professional sports at its finest. And just when you thought the drama meter couldn't get any higher, in strolls the plot twist wearing designer shades and near max money. Because, oh yes, this wasn't just a player move. This was a full-blown soap opera written in bold fonts and player empowerment gone rogue. DeWanna Bonner didn't just change teams, she launched a one-woman power play so audacious it could have been choreographed by a Bond villain. She took the money, the near-max, championship contender-destroying kind of money. The let me hold the franchise hostage with a smile kind of money. That's the real magic trick here. She refused to play, refused to be traded, refused to explain, and refused to show remorse. If there's a Mount Rushmore for WNBA passive-aggressive power moves, she just carved her face into the granite. She didn't just stir the pot, she launched it into orbit and made everyone pretend it was part of team strategy.
Sabali clapped, and she ended up getting clapped by the Indiana Fever. Nasty work, Sabali. You played like trash, by the way.
That is her first team second.
Look at Satu clapping. She gets booed as well. And that's going to be DeWanna Bonner's only 2 points she scores this game at the free throw line. DeWanna Bonner, thank you. Come again. We'll see you next time. Alyssa Thomas, you knew Alyssa Thomas was going to come in here and say, how can I manufacture another investigation into the Indiana Fever fan base?
And what makes it even juicier? She strong-armed her way to exactly where she wanted to go, like a GPS with no detour option. There was no working it out with management, no taking the best available trade. She basically held up a giant neon sign that read, "I'll only play there, and if it's not there, I'm doing Pilates and sipping smoothies until further notice." And the league folded. She didn't just get her wish, she got the deluxe package. Meanwhile, fans and teammates were sitting there with popcorn and panic attacks, wondering who was really running the league anymore. And the answer, apparently, was Bonner, a veteran star with enough pull to bend space, time, and salary caps. Now, let's not pretend this didn't come with red flags so bright they needed an FAA warning. Any halfway conscious leader could have seen this train wreck coming. As if winners can't also be dramatic plot devices with personalized drama. Because when you're looking for a cornerstone to build a new team identity around, maybe, just maybe, don't start with the person who recently ghosted their former squad and orchestrated a trade the way most people plan a wedding. This wasn't a clean break. This was a scorched earth campaign in a silk jumpsuit.
This is exactly why your wig fell off during the game, Kahleah Copper. You're a goofy. Y'all expected the Indiana Fever fans to what? Give her a warm welcome back in the game bridge after sitting here and quitting on the team, not even halfway through the season, and you talking about it's distasteful, it's disrespectful the way DeWanna Bonner quit on this team. This is sports. You women's basketball players and women's basketball fans sit up here and act like everything is supposed to be peaches and cream all the time. Stadiums, arenas, everybody boos.
And oh, the cherry on top? Her spouse, Alyssa Thomas. Captain Clench Jaw herself. Let's rewind the tape to just last season, shall we? A T was the most vocal, relentless, and unforgiving player when it came to dragging the Indiana Fever. She didn't just talk trash, she authored an entire thesis. She treated the Fever like they were a DIY project that offended her deeply. And now suddenly, Bonner is with the Fever? So let's just line this up. You've got Bonner refusing trades, collecting checks for not playing, and telling the league she only wants to go one place. And that place? It happens to be the same franchise her spouse just finished throwing under the team bus, backing over it twice, and peeling off without apology. This isn't just messy. This is daytime TV levels of messy. This is cancel your plans, we've got drama, messy. And yet somehow a front office looked at all of this and said, she's the one. Like hiring a pyromaniac to manage the fireworks show. But instead, they rolled out the red carpet like she was the prodigal daughter, forgetting she'd already flipped off another franchise and walked out with a mic drop.
K-Cop, got love for you. Got love for you. Y'all don't mind my kids. I don't know what they got going on in there. But, got love for you, man. But you got to understand, okay? DB came to a team that believed in her, listened to her, right? Made her the leader. Literally made her the leader. If we can remember what Caitlin Clark stated about DeWanna Bonner, right? Said she has the strongest voice in the locker room. Looked up to her. And let's not forget Kelsey Mitchell's reaction.
And for Copper to act confused by the boos? Come on. It's not just that Bonner left a team, it's how she left. It's how she hovered around the league like a diva on a farewell tour that she controlled completely. You can't go on strike, veto trades like it's Tinder, drag a whole season into limbo, and then act shocked when fans don't throw you a parade. Especially when your spouse was busy treating the Fever like a hostile takeover. Indiana fans, don't forget. They are the steel trap of sports fandom. And they saw this whole saga unfold in real time, with receipts, screen grabs, and emotional damage. And even now, the discomfort is thick enough to cut with a knife. Bonner's walking into a locker room where half the squad probably watched her drama unfold like it was a Netflix limited series. And now, they're expected to fall in line like nothing happened. Like this isn't the same player who treated professional obligations like optional RSVP invites. The fans definitely notice. This isn't just another signing. This is a soap opera that refuses to end, and the credits haven't rolled yet.
And that's exactly what happened. You want to sit up here talking about these fans are treating her this way, trying to act like Indiana Fever fans are these horrible people, when all fans in all sports do the same exact thing. But now that it's the WNBA, and it's one of these goofy-ass players in the WNBA goofy women clique, it's a problem, man. Y'all are ridiculous. Remember when LeBron came back to Cleveland and they booed the hell out of him? Or when KD came back to OKC and they booed the hell out of him? This is regular sports activity.
And through it all, Copper is still baffled, still clutching pearls at the crowd's reaction like this wasn't exactly what happens when a franchise gets played like a kazoo. She might be a great teammate, but she's clearly not paying attention to the movie everyone else is watching. This isn't just about basketball. They ignored every caution sign flashing like a Vegas strip. And now they're shocked the fans have something to say? Please, this isn't just backlash, it's accountability. In sneakers.